And the arrest of the suspected serial bomber. New information pouring in about the man now in custody, and word that he may have one time lived in Metro Detroit. This is our first look at Cesar Sayoc. He's 56 years old and now charged with 5 federal crimes, including illegal mailing of explosives and threats against a former president. Sayoc was arrested this morning in Plantation, Florida, just west of Fort Lauderdale. Investigators say Sayoc sent package bombs through the mail, targeting Democrats and Trump critics. And tonight we're learning he may at one point have lived in Metro Detroit. 7 investigator Heather Catallo digging into that, but in a moment. We begin with 7 Action News reporter Jennifer Ann Wilson. She's live in the Satellite Center with new information about how Sayoc was taken into custody. Jennifer Ann.
Yeah, it's all about DNA, Glenda. Officials say that they actually found Sayoc's fingerprints on a package that had been sent to a Democrat in California and matched that with the DNA and fingerprints they'd found both inside and outside several other packages, which they were able to match with DNA they'd previously extracted from him on previous arrests.
307, can we get some markers to start clearing the businesses north of the AutoZone?
It was 11 a.m. on Friday at an AutoZone in Plantation, Florida, that federal authorities confiscated a van plastered in pro-Trump stickers and arrested its owner, 56-year-old Cesar Sayoc Jr. The man allegedly behind at least a dozen politically motivated explosive mailings, each of which authorities say included photographs of intended targets marked with a red X. As authorities towed away his van to process evidence, several stickers were revealed. One of Hillary Clinton's face in the crosshairs of a rifle scope, another saying CNN sucks, a case worrying Senator Debbie Stabenow.
We need to be bringing people together, not creating permission for people to use bombs or terrorism for political purposes.
I am pleased to inform you that law enforcement has apprehended the suspect and taken him into custody.
President Trump was quick to praise authorities in the arrest and denounce the crime.
These terrorizing acts are despicable and have no place in our country.
But Stabenow is concerned about future violence.
And then I think all of us need to assess our responsibility when we're in public for what we say and what we do and how it could be interpreted and how someone might take our words and do something destructive.
Although the suspect is in custody, authorities are worried there could be more explosive devices out there, so they still are on high alert. And when asked at the press conference about the suspect's potential motivation, the answer was partisan. We do have 7 investigator Heather Catallo, though, live in studio with a deeper look into the suspect. Heather?
Jennifer Ann, Cesar Sayoc certainly has a lengthy criminal history. He may also have some ties to Michigan.
The man charged with federal crimes for sending pipe bombs to prominent Democrats around the country is now behind bars, and it's not the first time he's been arrested. 56-year-old Cesar Sayoc has been arrested at least 8 times before in Florida alone. He's gotten in trouble for everything from traffic violations to theft to making a bomb threat. Arrest records uncovered by the 7 investigators show back in 2002, Sayoc contacted a representative of the Florida Power and Light Company and threatened to blow up FPL and that it would be worse than September 11th. His other crimes include retail theft, petty larceny, and grand theft. Sayoc is a registered Republican in Florida. He voted in the 2018 primary but had not voted yet in Florida's general election. Sayoc seems to have moved around a lot, with addresses listed throughout the southwest part of Florida. One of the possible addresses we found for him, though, was in Allen Park, Michigan. We checked with neighbors, but no one we could find on the street now lived there back in the early 1980s.
That's crazy. You know, you hear about these things and you don't imagine that it's something that could be right next door.
Once again, Sayoc is now charged with 5 federal offenses, including illegal mailing of explosives and assaulting federal officers. If he's convicted of those charges, he's facing 58 years behind bars. Glenda.
All right, Heather, thank you so much.